So, oh, let's go back to that GMO thing, right? We have no problem with GMO, especially in America, right? Um, People in America, organic food stuff is more expensive than GMO food stuff. So if you go like to a shopping center and you want to buy, say, things like tomatoes or cucumbers or green peppers and all of that, you will spend if you want to buy organic, it will cost you more money than buying GMO. Uh, this is the thing because GMO, even though I mean people say it's not good, but I think they have some kind of uh, uh inspection behind it. So there are certain things that can include, you know, I mean, I don't know. Those are the kind of things that you have to do. Even if things are not good, right? You have to come up with precautions. How, like Kaiser was saying, quality to check the quality of the food stuff. You know,
Yes,
things
that
like
is
that.
that is really important. That is really important.
Right,
We don't
right. But when you have a vast population, especially like when a population is growing, you cannot count on organic because what is organic? Organic take a lot of land, agricultural land. So when population is increasing, most of these agricultural land are becoming they are now used in construction. New infrastructures are coming up. So it's hard to have organic food stuff because there is no land to cultivate. So in a small piece of land is now turned into GMO in such a way that they can have continuous production, continuous growing year in, year round. You kind of find out that in Africa, right, there are certain food stuff that they call seasonal. Like if you go to say Cameroon, you only eat mango and wait for the next season to eat mango or certain food. In United States, you can eat mango year round.
So yeah, I think we as scientists, me Kezians, we're not against GMO. The issue
Right.
we should
So
not depend for people to give us GMO. We should produce our own GMO. That's
right.
what
I mean, producing
we're trying.
GMO is not just growing food. There are certain mechanisms that you have to put in place, especially when it comes to the health factor. Because most of the food that these companies, like if you come to the state that I live, you have big food stuff like Walmart, Giant, and all of these. Before they get their food stuff, it has to go through a quality check before you have their meat or their beef, and all these meat in the world. It has to go through a laboratory check to find out that these things doesn't have sickness in it. So these are the things. You cannot just go to a market in Cameroon and you just see people take stuff from the farm and start selling it. It doesn't work like that in America. All this food stuff has to go into a certain procedure. Once it's cleared, and then it
I
goes
get,
into the market.
I get your point. I get the point. So going back to the topic, so Keso said something that was really, really important. You take training medical personnel, that were trained, but they still leave and go to abroad. So
Right,
what
right, right.
what measures do you think that can incentivize them to stay? So what is the
Um,
government doing? What we in the PA, what can we do to make these people actually stay in these various the Pan African conglomerate? So
Mhm.
what's your
in
points?
few
What do you think we can do? Some of your points.
few days ago, I think that was last month, right? Saudi Arabia were in need of medical doctors. Maybe Saudi Arabia, maybe one of these Caribbean countries, and Ghana was sending almost like how many nurses to go to these countries.
So what can we do to stop them? What
So,
can we
so
do in the
yes, I'm coming to it. But this is
PA?
my point, right? They were
Yeah.
sending nurses while other places in Ghana need these people, right? You still find out that there are certain places where you don't have nurses, but these nurses were wanted to go to other countries to be nursed because of the salary. The government in these countries are paying them more. So how do you stop this? You stop this by giving people assurance. In African countries, we don't have insurance. The insurance companies don't take care of people. There is no job guarantee. So you can have a job today and use wait for 3 months and don't have a salary. It just doesn't make sense. People have to feed families, right? So the
Yeah.
main thing is salary, putting a system in place where people can have their money that they ask for. like in America, right? There are certain education. Once you go a certain level, you know that okay, I'm gonna be making this salary. If you go into a pharmacist, you know, okay, I'm making this specific salary. If I go into this medical doctor, you know, or medicine, you know, I'm gonna be making those. Those are the precautions that government has to come out with. Precise, you know that this stage you make this stage you make this amount, this stage, and people, government should be like lie accountable, or if they cannot take care of employment, they should give it to private companies, because in America, private companies, you know, allow the government should create a certain kind of insurance where as soon as you are born, there is certain kind of amount of money that is put, you know, in every person's coffers. So if you get sick, no matter what kind of hospital you go to, be it private or public, you have to first, you know, they have to check you out. But this is the thing, right? What I was saying is public hospitals, they don't clean up. You see why government are going overseas, because the hospitals that they create is not good enough for them. So they are giving you things that they themselves cannot go up, cannot visit when they are sick. So it tells you that they are poorly maintained. They don't have tools to run it. They don't have good medical. It's not clean and stuff like that. So that's why I said private personnel should take care of
Okay,
hospitals.
I've got your point.